Oh, I just struck gold at Nankin Hobby Shop. I'm going to get the camera turned around and let Hobby Bobby introduce you to Nankin Hobbies, and then we're going to do a full walkthrough of this amazing hobby shop.
Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Hobby Bobby. I'm here at Nankin Hobby here in Southgate, Michigan. We're one of the local hobby shops here in Michigan. We have 4 stores. We have one in Ypsilanti, we have one in Farmington, we have one in Westland. That's the original store, which is a hardware hobby shop. And then we have this store that I work at here in Southgate, Michigan. We're about 20 minutes south of Detroit. We're basically in between Detroit, Michigan and Toledo, Ohio. So we have this gentleman here today from this website here for Throttle Power doing a great video here today for us. So I figured I'd just come in here and say hi to you guys and welcome him out. Please go on his site and our site also. We have a Facebook, we have an Instagram, we have a YouTube, and I believe we also have a TikTok that we're gonna have also up there. So we do reviews just like what he does. And then we'll also gonna link his page on there and check out all the cool hobby shops that he's been to besides this super cool hobby shop here in Southgate, Michigan. Thanks guys, have a good day.
Thank you, Hobby Bobby.
You're welcome.
And this place is gold. You're going to like it.
Let's start off with the plastic kits. Aqua Rod. There's a lot of plastic kits I come across that I thought was long out of production or I've never seen before. There's one right there. Artillery. Or Italeri. However you want to pronounce it. They had both Big Vegas, the Big Jungle Gym, and then the green one. I've got the green one. I got to get back started on my green one. There's the Big Petty Kit. I haven't seen a Big Petty Kit out in a long time. If you guys are into F1, these kits here are absolutely fantastic. They're super detailed. They're the big ones also. They're the real big F1 kits. And check these out. That huge Porsche kit. That's a nice kit. Ah, the London double-decker bus. That is a wonderful kit. I haven't seen that for sale in years. I've got that started. I got to get back started on that thing too. But I was amazed at some of the kits that I haven't seen in a long, long time. I haven't even seen some of these kits at some swap meets. There you go. There's a nice one. That Moon Eyes. This just goes on and on. We're going to show the whole entire hobby shop. So sit back and relax, and you're going to get a complete full tour. I'm not going to miss anything. They got all the Mobius kits. That Nova Gasser, yep. Another truck. These truck kits are hot, especially that one with the utility bed. I like going to a car show and seeing them trucks slam down on the ground with a little bit of patina. There's one I finished up, that 57 Gasser. It's a neat kit with the flip nose. There's some other ones that are nice. I like those kits there that I just pointed at. Man, I like them all. That's my problem. I go in there and I just want to buy everything. Someone left a comment on one of my videos at a swap meet I did, and they said they'd love to pull up in a U-Haul truck and load the whole entire thing. I said, man, I couldn't agree more. Can't go wrong with a 32. It's a great kit. If you're a Volkswagen person, there's a nice VW kit, some more truck kits. Low kit there. The 67 Malibu. There's the show I'm getting ready to head to. I did that Detroit area auto modeler show. It's already out. I did the the 34 hot rod. Oh, great kits. I'm just pointing at kits I'm in love with or that I've already built. But I go to that Detroit area auto modeler show. That's why I'm up at this hobby shop, because I was getting ready to head to that show. So I seeked out a hobby shop in town and decided to stop and support them. But if you want to see complete coverage of the Detroit area auto modeler show, that's in my archives. And the swap meet is in my archives. I did a couple shows on it. Salvino's, I'm looking for that kit. I might get a couple of these Salvino kits while I'm there. I pointed at that Hardee's kit because I'm wanting to get that. Of course, Richard Petty, that's my favorite driver. Him and Harry Gant have always been my favorite drivers growing up. There's a little trivia. I may do a trivia video someday. If you've watched Throttle Power videos, you would know these answers to the questions. Who are my favorite NASCAR drivers? Galaxy trailer. Oh, here's some trailers. I have truck guys telling me they can't find these trailers. Boom, right there's two of the flatbed trailers. Price is good too. And I do believe these guys ship. Give them a call. I think they'll ship them trailers out to you. They had plenty of truck stuff for us truck guys. Here's the trikes. A lot of people don't know how many trikes actually are out there. Of course, you got the mailbox, which is the hottest one. But I'm going to lay them out because they had every single trike there, which you normally don't see all together. A couple of these everyone knows about. And there are all the trikes. The Torque, the Milk, the Tiki, the Cobra, and of course the mailbox. That is all the trikes that they ever came out with. There's a neat little set. The Campus Friends, that's hard to find too. A lot of people ask me in videos, hey, where can I get some people? I'm wanting to do a little diorama. That Campus Friends set is wonderful. Some motorcycles. I'm telling you, this hobby shop had it all. And they said there's 4 of them in town. Tell you what, Michigan people are lucky. Everyone talks about how lucky I am to have some hobby shops around me. I didn't realize Michigan had so many hobby shops. And I'm hearing there's other ones too. Just the kit selection is just amazing. Let me know down below if you've got a hobby shop around you. There's a neat kit right there. I was kind of digging on that. 935 Martin. More semis. Tell you, they had them all. That Max semi is a neat one. It's kind of hard to get actually, so if you do see it, you might want to pick it up. There's the Miller. I'm going to tell you right now, that's going to dry up. That probably won't come out for a long, long time once it dries up. You might want to pick them up if you see them too. Great selection. The mixer, I was so glad they came out with that mixer. I got to get back on my mixer too. The dump truck, love the dump truck. I built one, started a second one. I got so many kits started, it's unreal. There you go. Check out the car hauler. A lot of people are asking, where can I get a car hauler? They've got one. The International Pro Stars and the Lone Stars, they've got them. Give them a call. I think they'll ship them out. Those are drying up too. They're hard to get. I haven't been out in a long time. Something a little different for the truck guys. There's that Lone Star. And that Lone Star and Pro Star is a great kit. It's all new tooling. Can't go wrong with it. People complain about the instruction sheets. That's the only complaint about the kit. And I've heard you can go online to Revell and download their instruction sheet, and it's a wonderful instruction sheet. So, great kit with new tooling. Highly recommend it. Okay, what do we got on the other aisle here? Got some airplanes. One of my hobby shop tours, man, you airplane guys hammered me because I didn't show them all. Well, we're going to show them all. We're doing everything in this hobby shop. And I got to admit, I'm glad I did because I was pretty impressed with some of the airplane kits they've got. I'm not an airplane builder. I've got a few airplane kits that I'm wanting to build. I'm wanting to branch out and build a few. But I'm mostly automotive and military, doing tanks. I'm going to show all the airplanes though. We're going to show them all. They had a great selection of them too. I like these big ones up here, the big kits. Thought that Mustang was awfully cool, but who doesn't like a Mustang? Man, that was a beautiful kit right there. Beautiful kit. I thought real hard about buying that one. In fact, now that I'm looking at it at this video, I'm kind of wishing I did buy it. We're going to get to all that detail supply here in a minute on that back wall that I just pointed at. Got some military stuff. Had a nice little selection of tanks. There's your small scale, 148. I'm not a 148 scale builder. I know a lot of guys are, and that's cool. But again, really impressed with the selection they've got here at this hobby shop. That was cool. I like that. I'd never seen that before. Well, these little like tunes. I built a couple tune tanks. Those little airplanes there were really neat. If you built one of those, I guess, tune airplanes, let me know. I remember, a couple years ago when all the tune airplanes and helicopters came out, or not helicopters, but tanks came out. They were hot. They were popular. I think I built 3 or 4 tune tanks. But great selection of airplanes. I mean, if you're an airplane builder, let me know down below if this is a great selection. It's another neat kit. I like that. That was pretty cool. Trust me, I could easily get into building airplanes. Especially looking at the kits that they had. Saw you Tamiya tanks. The old Matilda. Very cool tank. I like it because it's different. I'm into different tanks. And mostly World War I tanks I like. A nice selection of tanks. I was impressed. That was cool. I like that with the bulldozer, with the blade on front. Again, it's something different. That's why it caught my eye. I like that Panther. That was a nice kit. If you build tanks, let me know down below. If you're a tank builder. And if you if you do build tanks, do you do World War I or World War II? Or modern? You know, a lot of guys in the club, they do modern. I'm in the Military Modelers Club in Louisville, MMCL. And a lot of the guys do modern. Of course, there's a little bit of everyone in there. Your airplane guys, your tank guys, car guys, figure guys. If you're in a model club, put the comment down below. You know, throw a shout out to your model club. Go, hey, I'm in such and such club. Throw a shout out down below of your model club if you're in one. I'm into supporting model clubs and hobby shops. That was a neat airplane there. That was cool. And it said limited. I don't know the story on that, but looked pretty cool. Like I said, I found 4 or 5 or 6 airplanes in here that I would like to have taken home. But back to throwing a shout out in the comments. If you're in a model club, put down below what model club you're in. And if you're not in a model club and you know 2 or 3 guys around you that are into models, start a club. It only takes 2 people to start a club. And you'd be surprised. In a year or 2, it'll grow into several people. There's more people out there that build models than you think. That was neat right there. That bomber, I like that bomber. Some more cool stuff from Tamiya. Man, it just gives me goosebumps to walk into a hobby shop. They're disappearing, guys. You know it, I know it. We got to support these hobby shops. Every time I go into one, I try to buy something. Here's this back wall. Go from one end all the way down to the other. But they had a lot of neat stuff. This must be the little bit higher dollar stuff because it was all locked away. But here's slot car stuff. I even got a few of these slot cars. Man, I tell you, I'm into it. They had a nice little slot car selection. I am into it. There, I've got the Blues Brothers car. I've been wanting to get a second one. That Blues Brothers car, it comes with the big speaker on top, and then I've been wanting to get a second one I want to yank the speaker off and actually drive it around on the track at my local hobby shop without the speaker. So I've kind of got one that's the one how it came like you just saw. I've got it put up, sitting on my display shelf. But all the extra detail parts, they sell some airbrush stuff. They've got some compressors, they've got airbrushes, they've got accessories for your compressors and airbrushes. Here's all the different lines of airbrushes they have. And they also said if you see something you don't have, ask them. They could probably order it and get it in for you. And again, I think they'll ship to you. I'm not 100% sure on that. You'd have to ask them. I'm not going to speak for them on shipping. But I do know that they can pretty much get whatever you want. But I liked how the detail stuff was set up here in this case. You could see everything. And like I said, it goes from one wall down to the other on this back wall. And what do we got behind me here? I'm doing a slow swing. I don't want to make anyone sick here. Okay, this is the Gundam aisle. And they got lots of Gundams. I'll tell you what, these Gundams are becoming super popular. I'm going to show all these too. Like I said, I'm going to show everything. I got a lot of guys out there that I know that build Gundams. And I've even built a couple myself. And I just picked up another one not too long ago that I'm wanting to build, and it's pretty interesting. It has tracks on it, and I'm wanting to get it finished up for Wonderfest. Wonderfest is an amazing show. I'm sure if you're a Gundam person, and if you fast forwarded to the Gundam part right now, you know all about Wonderfest in Louisville, Kentucky. That Gundam was cool. I liked him. That one caught my eye. I thought about taking him home with me. Speaking of Wonderfest, let me know if you've ever been to Wonderfest. That was cool too. I thought, man, that is wild. These Gundams are just amazing. And of course, Bandai makes probably the best quality kit out there. If you've never built a Gundam, I recommend picking up a basic one and putting it together. You will be very happy with the quality and how it goes together. Bandai is a wonderful kit. And what's cool about these Gundams, it's coming to the point where they have a little bit of anything and everything. It's just amazing, the Gundams out there. But back to Wonderfest in Louisville. Let me know down below if you've ever been. It's a great show. I go every year. I love it. Highly recommend it if you've never been. So if you're into like sci-fi movie stuff, Gundams, things like that, Wonderfest is for you. Just, I mean, the Gundams go forever. But I'm going to show them all. I want to show you guys everything they've got here. That was cool. Check him out. And these Gundams come in all sizes. And of course, they've got a lot of RC. We're going to get to all the RC. That's just a touch of it up there. So check out the space shuttle. That was neat. Have you ever seen the space shuttle in real life? That's in a museum at the museum in Florida. Or not the museum, the Space Center in Florida. I guess it would be inside the museum. I don't know. That was neat. I like that Nutcracker kit. That thing has really caught my eye too. I don't know. I'm just into building that different stuff. You know, the sci-fi, things like that. That's why I kind of been getting into Gundams a little bit. They had a great selection of ships. Man, that ship right there, that is amazing. That big Enterprise ship. Look at that thing. That box must have been 4 feet long. There's the Bismarck. I'll tell you what, Tamiya does it up on kits. And they had a lot of the Tamiya kits and a lot of the big Tamiya kits that you normally don't see. That was interesting. Check that ship out. These are amazing. These ships and boats are just absolutely amazing. And it's amazing what they have in kits now. I like that. The cargo ship, transporting all those, what are they called, pods or whatever they're called. Back to some more airplanes. Great selection here, I'm telling you. I was just completely amazed at the selection they have. And they were super busy this weekend when I was there in Detroit, especially because a lot of people came in for that model contest also. Neat little sub. Been wanting to do a sub. That's been in my mind. I'm wanting to try a little bit of water and do a sub kind of coming out of the water. That's what I want to try sometime. The figures, check out the figures. I built all these when I was a kid. These brought back some great memories looking at the figures. Batman and Robin. Oh yeah. The Joker. The Penguin. The Riddler. Wonder Woman. Oh yeah, you gotta love Wonder Woman. Who doesn't? And then these here, I built these also when I was a kid. I was into all these monster and sci-fi figures. There's a neat model kit, the Razor Crest. I think that's all new tooling. I know a lot of people that have built it and love it. They said it's a fantastic kit. Bunch of Star Trek stuff. They've got kits that cover everything. More Bandai, some Star Wars. Again, if you haven't built a Bandai, purchase a Bandai kit, build it, you'll be glad you did. I guarantee you it'll be one of the best fitting and engineered kits you ever build in your life. And Bandai has everything covered. Some rockets, more ships. Man, it just goes on and on. I'm going to show them all. I've had a couple ship guys get on me too at some hobby shop videos I've done saying I didn't show all the ships. There, that little kit right there, that Ming, I think I'm going to purchase that. I have been looking for that for quite a while. I think I may just get that. That little Toon ship. Like I said, I love them Toon kits they came out with a couple years ago, but I wasn't able to get the little ship there, so I think I'm going to have to go back and get that. Spirit of St. Louis kit. And they've got them all. You can't deny that there's a lot of kits here. Completely amazed. And again, I think they do mail order, but I do know if you call and want something, they'll get it and you can come in and get it. But you'll have to call the shop and ask me if you have some questions. And I'll leave all that information. Look at them. Look at that carrier. Another ship. That's cool. I like that gun. Cool stuff. Oh, the monsters. There's the monsters I built. The Wolfman, the Mummy, and the glow-in-the-dark. Yeah, I had all the glow-in-the-dark ones, and I put all kinds of light on them before I was going to the bedroom at night when I was a kid. Get them all going and then shut the lights off and just sit there and just check them out glowing in the dark. Oh, some great memories as a child. Have 5 or 6 of them kits sitting there glowing in the dark. How cool is that? More Bandai. AT-AT or AT-AT? What is it? I'm a AT-AT. That's what I call it. More Star Wars, more rockets. Ah, check it out. Land of the Giants. Is this cool or what? Bunch of more Bandai, bunch of more Star Wars. Completely amazing. And they've got kits for anyone and everyone, even kids there. Some more Star Trek. There's a good looking ship right there. I like that. That's a good looking ship right there, that Missouri. Of course, it's Tamiya. Look at that. When's the last time you've seen those at a hobby shop, or even just seen them, period? Like I said, if Tamiya if it's a big box from Tamiya, they seem to have it. They have it covered. Bunch of Airfix, more airplanes. Just amazing. Let me know down below if you're an airplane builder or a ship builder or a car builder. Like I said, I'm more automotive, lean to some tanks. Love to do a ship someday. Want to build a couple airplanes. I have a few airplanes to build. More Batman kits. That was cool. I think that there was neat. I meant to go back and get that, and I actually forgot. Now that I'm looking at it, I've got that one. Picked that kit up. But now that I'm looking at this video, I forgot that. Super cool. Another glow in the dark. Love it. More Star Trek. I'm telling you, they got it all. And we ain't even near finished yet.
The name Nankin actually came from Nankin Township.
I was going to ask you if it was some guy's last
No,
name.
it's not.
The
No,
owner's name,
Nankin
or-
Hobby actually, Nankin Hobby actually came from the word Nankin Township, because in the Michigan area we had townships back in the day before they became cities. So we're actually in like West. We're in Westland. They call that our Westland store, but it's actually Nankin. It was Nankin Township originally before it was Westland. So that's how they did that. Just like this area here, we have E-Course and Rouge. We have Detroit Detroit Rouge, E-Course, and then Wyandotte, and then we have Lincoln Park when you step back one, and then us over here, and it's Southgate, right? Because that's the 3 right there, and then you kind of go back and then you come over. So then we also this all area was back in the day was actually considered E-Course Township for a very, very, way back in the Indian days or whatever. And then when the cities started breaking up, then you started getting Southgate, Lincoln Park, E-Course, Wyandotte, and all that stuff. But yeah, this whole area was originally called E-Course Township.
Interesting.
So yeah, we had townships way back when, if you look at really old maps. But yeah, that's how our name did come from, actually from being Nankin Township.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even got a history lesson.
Yep, we got a history lesson. Yeah.
The weathering pencils. I recommend the weathering pencils. I use them quite a bit. And the book on weathering pencils. It's a great book. I need to go through that. I picked up that book. I need to go through that with you guys and show you the weathering pencils and how neat they are. And weathering powders from Tamiya. I like those. Thing I like about the weathering pencils and the powders from Tamiya is I don't think they'll ever go bad. Not like a bottle of paint that'll dry up on you. And of course they had all the bare metal foils, every color. Nice prices on them. I usually pick up a sheet of bare metal foil about every time I go to one of these places. I didn't get one this time because I've already got a sheet that I need to get used up. All the glues, give you a little insight on all the different glues they have. That's probably one of the most common questions I get asked. What glue do you use? Man, there must be 100 different glues out there to choose from. Paints, they had a great selection of paints. I've never seen that line before. I think that line might be for gaming. But pretty interesting colors. Now I definitely wanted to show it. And all your testers. Ah, those are nice. Highly recommend those. Those pastes. I need to do a video on those pastes too, because those never go bad, and they've got probably 12 or 15 colors. Here's another line, another paint line I've never seen before. Another reason I like going into all these hobby shops is you always see something you've never seen. It's amazing what's out there. I'm telling you guys, this hobby is bigger than you think. Yeah, game colors. Now I'm going to tell you a couple things that have really grown this hobby over the last few years is your gamers and your Gundam people. I mean, just think, what, 10, 15, 20 years ago, there weren't Gundams or gamers. Now, it's getting huge. Your Vallejo paints. Those are nice paints. I use a lot of Vallejo paints. Nice thing about Vallejo, you can get about any color you want. And those are water-based. They just clean up with water. Tamiya spray cans, which I think is the best spray paint on the market. I use those a lot. Little bottles for airbrushing, or you can hand paint. There's the glue I like to use. I've tried the orange one. I'm not a fan of it, and I've tried the real light lime green one right there that I just touched. Not really a fan of that one either. It's a quick set. Probably the best primer on the market right there. Those Tamiya paints, the Tamiya primers. And yes, there is a pink Tamiya primer. It's actually good to use under certain colors like your reds. Loads of Tamiya paint. Love it. There's one of the best stands you could buy. If you're going to purchase a paint stand, I recommend that Tamiya paint stand. More paints, and more paints. Weathering effects, weathering stuff. There's your pigments. I love those pigments. Love them. Those never go bad. It's a powder. One of my other favorite paint lines, these one-shot colors. I love these. I picked up a few of them while I was there. That pink one and another color. And of course you can never have too much styrene. Scraps and pieces of it. There's a Plastruck rack. They offer a little bit of anything. Another little tip to build up your inventory over time. Whenever you find one of these racks of styrene, pick up just one package. And over time you'll be amazed at how many packages you have picked up. That way you aren't spending a whole bunch of money in one shot. But I have, every time I've gone to these hobby shops, I've always picked up a different package of that. Alright, check this stuff out. This is for like the Cub Scouts and stuff doing their was it Pinewood Derbies. They got a whole supply of all that. So if you're got a little one wanting to get into all of that, this is the place to go to pick it up. Rockets. They got a great supply of rockets. I got some funny stories I can tell you about rockets when I was a kid. And we used to shoot these off all the time. I had a field down the street where I lived. I'd pick up all them little engines, buy all the fuse, put it in there. Here, I'm a little kid doing this back then. It's amazing what we got to do back then. This metalwork stuff was amazing. I've seen this stuff before, but you see maybe, 30 or 40 things to choose from. I mean, they had hundreds of different ones to choose from. I was just blown away by all the different metalworks you have to choose from, all the Star Wars, you name it, trucks, vehicles, cars, airplanes, helicopters. It was amazing at all the metalworks you can put together. Even the Flintstone mobile. Look at that helicopter. The Ecomobile. Star Wars. Look at that. Those are amazing. I'm going to have to get me one of those sometime and build it. I heard they go together well and they're super detailed. More slot car stuff. Here's some train sets. They said these are hot at Christmas time. And I can believe it. You ever had a train running underneath the Christmas tree? RC stuff. We're going to get into all the RC stuff. I'm teasing you right now, RC guys. And yes, I'm going to show the train stuff. Puzzles. Look at all the train stuff, all the track. They got a lot of train stuff. Again, if you want it, ask them. They'll order it. I got all the buildings. These buildings are so cool. I had a train set growing up it was actually on our ping pong table. That's the size of the layout I had. And I bought a bunch of them buildings back in the day. And those buildings were so fun to put together. They're so realistic and detailed. They're models in themselves. I remember painting and weathering my buildings. So I remember as a kid, I put together my first building, and I thought, well, this doesn't look right. And I couldn't figure it out. Well, it needed painted. There's a little track to run, like a little crawling course. I'd like to have been there when someone was running the course, but no one was running it when I was there, but that's fine. They said that gets pretty busy. They get a lot of people that use that. More RC stuff. They've got it all, from boats to planes to cars, you name it. There's some airplane stuff. I mean, this place is packed. And it goes high up too, as you can see. I mean, look at all this stuff. Whatever you're into, trust me, they've got it. You can spend a lot of time and in there and get it. And it was something that was neat, like Hobby Bobby. Everyone in there was super nice. I was impressed by the hospitality that I had in there. I felt welcome. And I can't speak good enough about Hobby Bobby. He was great. I mean, that's just all kinds of stuff. It was like this hobby shop never ends, which is nice. Ah, this stuff here, like the Woodland Scenics or this brand, don't poo-poo this stuff, guys. Whether you're a car model or what, this is great stuff because everyone has a diorama inside them to build. That was neat. The train whistles. There's a great Christmas gift. The train whistles. And they had the hat for the girl, hat for the boy. Everyone likes a train whistle. Neat little Christmas gift for a child. But anyway, the Woodland Scenic stuff, don't poo-poo that stuff because, again, it's wonderful stuff to just enhance a model if you want to put it on a small base. Maybe add a little bit of foliage or something, or a little bit of grass. Or scale gravel or rocks. But I love Woodland Scenics. It's a great product, and Woodland Scenics has been around forever. Of course, it's always in the train aisle, and a lot of model guys don't know about it because it's in the train aisle. That's why I always show it and encourage you to go over and check out the Woodland Scenics. There you go. Some more paints. Yep, check out all the colors from this line. This is mainly for your RC guys. The RC guys are going to know all about that paint. More paints. They definitely take care of the RC guys here. They've got it all covered. All covered. And I'm going to show you all the RC stuff. I've been teasing you guys, your RC guys, for quite a while now. Now I'm going to let you in on it. There's a little simulator you can run your airplane on a simulator, or choose an airplane to run on a simulator. All the airplanes. Great selection. Check out all that stuff. Again, it goes way up. My arms aren't tall enough to reach all the way up. All the way up there. I'm 6'3", raising my arm up with the camera all the way up in the air. That must be 15 feet all the way up in the air. And they have tons of plastic bodies you can paint. Row after row after row. Check out these tires. I was amazed at these tires. These things keep getting... Look, they're the size of my hand. Is that amazing or what? It amazed me. I know you RC guys are thinking, oh, that ain't nothing. And that's cool. I do have one RC car. I've got a Slash, a little stadium truck that I run around once in a while. Anymore, all I do is just chase the neighbor's dog with it. Need to get back out to the track and run it. Lots of RC stuff. And we're going to show it all. Look at down that aisle. All those bodies. And it's tight through here too, so I didn't really concentrate on showing all in detail. I'll do a little walk down for you. You can see how tight it is right there. There's a counter with a whole bunch of stuff behind it. All RC stuff. Look at all that. Look at that. It goes all the way down. I'm telling you, this place is huge. A little tiny drone there. Looked pretty cool. More RC stuff. More bodies. What do you think, RC guys? Is it a pretty good selection? We ain't done yet either. More bodies. I like that one right there, that black and white Fox body. That'd go good on my stadium truck. My body's all busted up. I do need to get a new one. That black and white one kind of caught my eye. Trying to find someone that buys a new Slash that doesn't want their stock painted body on it, the stadium truck body, and try to buy it off them. All the stuff locked behind the glass doors. I'm sure it's all the motors. Look at all that stuff. I mean, it's loaded. Again, it goes way up there. Like I said, it's 15, 20 feet high. Stacked full of stuff. Those look cool. I had them on sale. I was thinking them little trucks there is probably what you run on that course I showed a little while ago. I'm not sure. I'm not all up onto the RC stuff. So don't shoot me if I'm wrong. But you can let me know down below if that's what them little trucks are for. That little course. These were cool. I like these. And yes, Tamiya sells RC cars. And they look like model boxes. That truck was neat. I like that truck. He is cool. And these Volkswagen dune buggy looking things, those are neat. Or the Baja bugs, that's what you call them. That's the word I was looking for. Baja bug, those were cool. I haven't seen them in a long time either.